In today's video, we are going to be recreating an POLLY dress, and we are going to be doing it on a very tight budget of 16,200 naira. Let's see if we can pull this off. Oh wait, is it recording? Oh, I think it's recording. Munchkins, it's MsBerlie and welcome to my little experiment that I like to call champagne taste zero budget, because God forbid the girl is broke but she has taste. In today's episode, I am going to be recreating a dress from everybody's favorite brand. I'm going to be recreating a dress from POLLY. This brand has been in my mind for a while because I've done a few recreations so far, not even as much as I want to. This dress, I think they had this runway show earlier this year or last year, I can't really tell. I know I saw it on their runway, and I noticed about POLLY is that they are in love with mesh. Like, some of their dresses are usually like, mesh dresses, sometimes with sequin or with beading or embroidery, or so something. They love to play with colors, they love to play with texture, they love to play with mesh like a whole. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the POLLY Haruna dress. It's under their occasion wear category on their website, so it's basically for, like, according to them, it's for occasion wear, weddings, when you want to go out on special occasion. Their website, it actually ranges between 110 pounds to 122 pounds depending on the print you are going for. So this particular print goes for 122 pounds and the other ones go for 110 pounds, which is kind of fair. I feel like they are on a cheaper side compared to House of CB. Another thing I noticed is that the dress is rush, is a corset dress. The material they used a mesh. They also said that it's partially lined and the zipper is at the side and it has under wire. So I went through the reviews of the dress to know like how people that have gotten the dress, how they feel about the dress, and somebody pointed out that it actually has a little bit of stretch. So keep that in mind. But let's get into the material that we're going to be using for this project. So the first material that I got, obviously the mesh. So I was actually contemplating between buying this and one leopard print mesh that I saw, but this one just spoke to me and I really love it. Like, it looks really good and it actually stretches so well. I'm going to be lining it because according to the website on POLLY, they said they line their own, partially lined. I got this for 2,200 a yard and I got 4 yards, so everything amounted to 8,800 naira. Next thing I'm going to be using for this project is the lining part. POLLY one, what I read on their website is that the lining with polyester. So polyester can be anything basically, but I kept the fact that somebody said that it had a little stretch to it. I kept that part in mind when getting the lining part. My dilemma right now is I don't know which to use. I've had these two materials for a while. I think I got this one last year. This is a yard. I think I got it for about 2,000 naira or even 1,800. I can't really remember. I think I got it for 2,000 naira. I remember. One is leftover fabric that I used in making my Zara top. I use this one. This one gives more of like a skin color. If I put it under the mesh, it's giving skin color. But when I put this one under too, it's like really dark and it like gives the vibe that I want to give. So I'm really confused, but I will let you guys know which one I pick at the end of the day. Okay guys, I was already done buying this bone, and when I was like, I would have actually gotten sewable bone, which would have been easier for me, when it comes to doing mesh, and because the bone is going to be outside the corset, like it's on top of the corset, it's not inside, so it's like way easier when you use sewable bone to make those channels, and it's like way easier than when I tried to use this particular bone. Actually regretting, but I was already at home when I started thinking about that particular thing. So just like, I'm going to go through the hard routes because this is going to be harder for me to do and work with. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing. Yard is 115 naira and I got 7 yards for 1,015 naira. So the next thing I got is this underwire for the underbust. So according to POLLY, they used an underwire, so I got this for 700 naira. I also got this pin thingy for the bust parts. It's going to be used for the strap of the dress. The reason why most brands use this for strap is because they know that sometimes the straps can be too tight, can be too loose. So in order to avoid that, you use this. Everything I got here is 500 naira. If I want to make a corset dress or anything related to corset that has boning, I do not use an invisible zipper because these invisible zippers are not strong enough. So instead I got this normal big head zip. I got this for 200 naira. I also got thread for 200 naira. That's all for the materials that I'm going to be using for this particular project. So let's get into the pattern of the dress. The pattern, this is what we have. I made my own corset pattern. Guys, I know I uploaded a video about a random corset pattern that I found online last week. So in case you did not watch that video, you can go and watch it. It was nice, it came out good, but like I complained about the bust part being like kind of flat, and somebody also commented on my TikTok. I don't think I replied that person yet. Oh, I think I replied, but I don't know if they replied me back. She was talking about how the cup part, like the cup is pushing her breast out. I think I'm going to go reply like right now after filming this video. So maybe the person was way more busted than me, or depending on the size. And I complained about the sizing too of that particular pattern. I don't know that if you are using that particular pattern, you have to keep an open mind in order to like manipulate anything so that it comes out at least as decent as it came out. This is the pattern that I made for myself. This is a dartless corset. I made a dartless corset. This is the back part. Remember, the zip, it doesn't have a zipper at the back, it doesn't have loop, eyelets at the back, so the zipper is going to be at the side. So we're going to be working with a side zipper. I also made a 3-part corset to cover my already made cup. So this is the part 1, this is the part 2, and this is the part 3. So all together comes like this. So now that we are done with the pattern, the material, let's get into cutting the pattern on the actual fabric. Before I finally cut the pattern on the fabric, I'm actually just testing out the two, see which one I want to use. So this is a dark brown one. I don't think there's any much difference, like I don't know, but this one just feels more okay. This is that one. Let's try the skin toned one. I just feel like even if I want to use this particular one, it's not in this context. But can you see the difference? Another problem I'm thinking about is that the dark one is not up to a yard basically, so I don't know if it's going to be enough, but I really want to use the dark one, guys. Now I'm confused. Okay, so this is where I'm at now. So this is my back piece and this is my front piece. So what I did was I used gum to add this lining. I ended up using both lining though. I'm using this for the facing and I'm going to be using the other lining as the main lining. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but I'll show you guys. But yeah, this is it. I use gum to gum them together so it has more structure now. These are also the strips that I'm going to be using for the bony channels for the front. I also did the same thing to them. So yeah, this is it now. So I'm just going to go to the machine now and finish my bony channels, and yeah, let's go and do that. Okay guys, I'm so tired, but let me show you guys progress that I've made so far. So currently, last I checked, I was on the machine putting the last I checked, I was on the machine putting the bony channels, and I'm done with that. This is it for the front. This is how it's looking like. Okay, and this is the back. This is how it's looking like. So yeah, that's the progress so far. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working on joining this together and also the lining. So I'm going to be putting the lining in before the cup. because the cup has like this underwire at the front, so the lining, everything, like the corset has to be ready first before the cup comes in. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but yeah, now let me take this to the machine to join together, add the lining. Let's go do that. So yeah, this is how the cup is looking like. You see how it's standing? Yeah, but I still need to iron this line properly, so it lays down really flat and, you know, good. Then I'm going to cover it with the mesh part, you know. Okay, so I just finished attaching the cup to the main corset. So you notice that I attached it like to the front side because there's going to be underwire around this area. I cut out a bias. If you cut it straight, you'll not be able to go around the curve, so you have to cut it in a bias. So that's what I did. You just cut out a square depending on how many inches you want to use. You fold that up into a triangle, you cut the triangle, and you also fold that triangle, then cut out long strips. It will give you your bias. So I'm going to do the bias around there where I'm going to be inserting the underwire. So basically that's where I'm at now. So this is what I have. I've put the underwire. You can see how perky is looking because of the underwire. That's going to be looking like on my body. This is where the zip is going to be on. And the straps. So this is how it's looking like. What do you guys think? I'm going to leave the top part now because the only thing left for me to do in the top part now is this zipper part and the strap. Let's do the bottom part because I have not touched anywhere in the bottom part. Just cut the back part. I did a normal skirt. I used a normal skirt pattern. Quick skirt pattern, really quick. This is the back. We are going to also gather it. The front, what I did, because the gather or the rush is at the side. The normal way that you take your slits is 4 inches from the center, so I took that 4 inches and just at the left hand side and cut it out. So this is what we have. This is where we are going to be gathering. I'm going to add the front to the back after we've gathered every other one. Okay guys, this is where I am now. I've added like the skirt parts to the dress. Is to put the flare at the bottom, then work on the strap, and we'll be done. So this is how the back is looking like. I don't know if you can see the rush part. Hey guys, this is the final look. What do you guys think about the dress? Do you guys like it? As for me, I'm going to be rating this a 7/10. I'm actually excited because this actually took me so much time. Like, I feel like this is the longest time I've took to like actually film a video because it took way too long. I was doing other things though, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave it down in the comment section and I will be happy to reply. See you guys next week, and remember, until we make it, we are gonna make it.